During this presentation, I'm going to show you my unique yet simple funnel, which is booking my clients 3 to 4 qualified appointments every single week. How you can knock it off in under 2 weeks. But first, I have a few questions for you. How nice would it be for you to have high net worth prospects knocking at your door every single day? You know, the type of prospects that you aim for, but you never seem to be able to bring them on. The type that industry leaders seem to be able to close, but you're just not able to get in front of them. So why haven't you been able to close this type of client yet? Is it because you aren't good enough? Or maybe you just can't wrap your head around being able to serve such prestigious clients. And this probably isn't the first time you've been looking at new ways of prospecting clients. And what do you think went wrong last time? But when is it finally going to be your turn to sign these massive AUM deals into your book? Here's the good news. By the time you finish this video, your current situation will change forever. I'm going to be revealing to you the exact system which planners and advisors are using in your industry to, on average, book 3 to 4 qualified appointments with these high net worth clients per week. So let me tell you a story. 3 years ago, I was sitting inside my marketing management class. The professor of this class, he changed my life. His name is Mr. Stefano. This class was special because most professors, they just read off the slides. Meanwhile, he was active in his teaching and he provided very good insights regarding his career in marketing and how that applies to teaching. Mr. Stefano didn't just teach the class. He provided actionable resources to get ahead in a career in marketing. So one day, he walked into class and he announced that he would be giving out a PDF which had a list of digital marketing certifications which we could utilize and stack on top of our resume to be more attractive for an employer. So unlike the rest of the students who ignored the document, I went ahead and I chose to take the Meta Certified Digital Marketing Associate, which teaches you a beginner's course on Facebook ads. So I passed the exam and now I had my certification and I thought, let's keep the ball rolling and let's get out there and start getting some clients to run ads for it. This was right around the time where I was set to do a semester abroad in the Netherlands, which is where I'm originally from, by the way. I moved to Canada when I was 8 years old. So I was in the Netherlands in my little room, and you know what they say, it's never a perfect time to start. So I started posting on social media, calling some people up, and even running some ads. Nothing happened. I was distraught. Nobody wanted me to run their ads. But I didn't give up. I continued to cold call business owners. My Dutch had declined by a drastic amount. You know, I moved when I was 8 years old, so my Dutch isn't as good as it used to be. So finally, I landed a free trial client. It was a small real estate firm with just 3 employees. So they wanted to let me spend 150 euros on ads, which is around $221 Canadian, to help them find more buyers and sellers that they can connect. So a month later, 16 leads, but no new clients. I was shocked. How is it possible that 16 leads didn't even turn into 1 client? I had told them to call all the leads. How come none of them actually turn into business? Now this taught me a very important lesson. Leads don't mean anything if you don't contact them right away and have a system in place to nurture them. It also made me realize that 150 euros in ad spend is almost nothing. And if your profit per customer is in the thousands of dollars, you need to spend a lot more to acquire that potential client. So I kept moving and I reminded myself of something I learned playing varsity rugby. There is a skill in rugby called catching the high ball. It's when the opposing team kicks the ball super high in the air and your job is to catch the ball and now continue to play on offense. It's a particularly tough skill to master and I was terrible at it for years. I would spend 10 to 15 minutes after practice drilling this very skill with a buddy of mine. But for years, I didn't improve much. I kept dropping the ball and nothing seemed to click no matter how much advice I asked from coaches and other teammates. That was until that semester abroad at a local student club. I started catching every ball like clockwork. The lesson that it taught me was, it was the years of consistent small efforts which ultimately led me to be able to have massive success all at once. And I applied this framework to my business. For years, I thought that working harder was the answer. More calls, more emails, more ads. 1 client at a time, I would succeed slightly more and fail slightly less. And I started implementing new features into my service delivery. Through trial and error, I realized I wasn't the problem. I looked at client acquisition from a macro perspective and I realized that everything counts. All it takes is one missing piece in the puzzle to collapse it all. And unfortunately, the real players of the game don't share this information. Because why will you deliver your best kept secret to your competition? Fortunately, you are not my competition. You are in a completely different industry. So I can share these things with you and you can use it to dominate the market. As my system started to click, I wasn't the only one who started to see results. Take my client Henry Chu, for example. He helps mid to large size corporations extract tax efficiently. He didn't believe in Facebook ads, thinking that most of his target audience would be on LinkedIn. Within the first week, we booked him 4 qualified appointments. It has now been less than 2 weeks and 8 qualified appointments booked. But these aren't just random appointments. They're qualified, incorporated professionals who actually need his help because they have an excess of retained earnings in their accounts and it needs to be extracted so that it is not taxed and given away to the CRA. His ads are currently providing him qualified appointments at $30 per lead and $34 per appointment. So how is this possible, may you ask? The answer is not in the fancy system or shiny video editing or the bells and whistles of your CRM. It's the psychology we leverage to pull people into our funnels. Can you currently handle the lead flow that's being sent, or can you handle more?
No, I cannot handle more.
Okay, you can't handle more.
Facebook leads are more than enough. Leads are coming in, I can't complain. The cost, the setup fee was very reasonable.
So if you look at like a year from now, like the leads you're getting and stuff, if you're spending 30K on ads over a year, or just me and the ads, what do you project based on what you've seen so far that you will get in return of?
Conservatively speaking, 1 year, so we're just 1 month in. Conservatively speaking, I think I would be able to maybe close to double of what I spent.
Double 60? What you spent. So
yeah, 50, 60.
Okay, so an extra 20K is that profit or revenue?
It's like net, like gross 50K.
Gross 50K, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I touch on that. So you had a winner, one of your ads, estate planning. So this ad alone generated 35 leads and 5 appointments. All right, so let's delve into Henry's campaign a little deeper. So we started off by doing just a regular campaign with pictures that he had, so headshots, pictures of his building, and putting out a super generic message. And this drove some leads, 8 website leads at a cost of $73 per lead, which is quite high. Then we came in and we filmed our video ads for Henry, lowered the cost to $22 per lead, which resulted in October alone into 10 appointments for his business. And when we did the math of the total month, so let's include the first generic ads, then we came in and put our ads, it ended up being a cost per lead of $48. If you just take our video ads, it was $22. If you do the average, it was $48. And a cost per appointment of just $104.09. So just think about what you're currently doing and what other financial planners and advisors do. What they'll do is they'll buy a list of leads that are qualified, but in reality, these agencies are selling the list of leads to 6 other financial advisors. So the leads are getting passed around. You're calling them up, they're telling you, take me off your list. Meanwhile, we're selling appointments for $100. They're selling leads for $100, we're selling appointments for $100. So when you pay $100 for a qualified lead, we're selling appointments that already are in touch with Henry for $100, right? So the person, they see his ad, they go to his landing page, they opt in, they're followed up with using the sequences and the nurturing. And then they're booked in an appointment, but they already kind of know who Henry is because we've introduced ourselves throughout the ad campaign and throughout the landing page, the qualifying process, and the sequencing.
A few were like pretty huge jobs. It's a very good tool. Now that I know how to utilize it, like with you, like
if you could rate the service from the start to the end, even though you weren't 100% ready for the amount of leads that came in, could you give like a 30-second breakdown?
I would maybe like encourage that the person that like gets the service has the right amount of infrastructure in or is willing to like scale up to that point. I think that it was like super good service. It literally worked too well would probably be the main thing. And that I would literally tell the person to expect to just be going around making estimates for most of the day. Like if you're trying to scale a company. I can only imagine how it would work for like a big ass company. You could probably make millions of dollars a year off it if you were to do it all the time. For like service, by all means, like it was super good service. Like you were super helpful and explain a lot of shit and get a lot of things done that I have no idea about. So we'll definitely be utilizing this service further in other seasons coming up.
Every business owner has problems, whether it's delegation, client acquisition, or tax efficiency. But the real reason people buy is not because of their problem. It's the result that comes after they fix the problem and how it's going to change their life. If I promised you $100,000, it would mean one thing: more money. But if I promised you that giving you $100,000 would mean spending more time with your kids and fixing a relationship with your wife because you have better work-life balance, that's another thing. Do you see where I'm getting at? It has taken me years to perfect the system into what it is today. I've called thousands of business owners just like you, and I've realized one thing: one-on-one interactions is not the best way to grow your business. In fact, they hold it back. Because when you spend your entire day sending emails, doing cold calls, and having one-on-one conversations, you stifle growth instead of promoting it. And not only has it taken me years to perfect this system, but it has also cost me thousands of dollars. Every failed ad campaign, post, and outreach method that you can think of. I've tried it all, and finally I have found the perfect system which guarantees you 3 to 4 qualified appointments per week minimum. Sorry about that, I just had to get a quick haircut to present you this offer. So here's what I want to offer to you: a free one-on-one client acquisition audit where we'll go over what you've tried in the past, what worked and what didn't, what your ideal client profile is, so what's your target market, who are we gonna actually bring into your funnels, your goals, what you want to achieve and in what time period, and if we could even potentially help you out. You can see this as like a fit meeting to see if we even gel well together, if we like each other, so that we both know if we could potentially engage in a partnership to boost your AUM. All you have to do is fill out a survey below, and if you qualify, you'll be sent to a page where you can book a call, and you just have to provide your information a couple times. But yeah, just go ahead, fill out the survey, and we'll see if you're a good fit. Otherwise, you'll be sent to another page where you can just implement this yourself. Now, I understand that some people would rather install the system on their own rather than having me do it for them because it's more cost effective and you learn a skill in the process. So today I'll be offering you the implementable system which you can apply yourself. And I've bundled it up into an ebook which explains every minor detail about how to build the system out. Inside, here's what you'll get: my full 18-page blueprint displaying all 5 steps of the client acquisition system in written form. Here are the 5 steps that you're gonna learn. Number 1, marketing research to position yourself as the most attractive option in the market. Number 2, you're gonna learn how to write scripts that convert. Number 3, you're gonna be able to create content that gets your dream prospects to click. Number 4, you're gonna learn how to set up advertisements which give you the lowest cost per lead. Number 5, I'm gonna show you how to set up your CRM and set up nurturing sequences so your prospects show up to the call. Now, this isn't just a written form ebook. Every single step has video tutorials which let you visually see how I do this and how I set this up every single step of the way. So you get video tutorials for each of the 5 steps. You're gonna get access to ad scripts, frameworks, and prompts to plug into AI, which is gonna help you make this very efficient and do it a lot faster. The prompts are gonna give you the ability to train your AI to write compelling ads that get people to click. So you're gonna get the ad scripts and AI prompts to consistently and efficiently write compelling advertisements. You're also gonna get access to all the CRM follow-up sequences you need in order to ensure that people practically start begging you to take their money. And finally, you'll get access to an exclusive members-only community where you can network with other financial advisors and planners who are learning the exact same skills. So usually when I implement this system directly into my clients' businesses, I charge anywhere from $1,000 to $7,500. It's a one-time install which you can use to drive revenue to your business forever. But let's get real for a second. If all this did was attract 3 to 4 qualified prospects to your business every single week, allowing you to predictably and consistently talk to high net worth prospects, how would your life change? And by the way, this is just off $40 per day of ad spend. Imagine if you scaled it up, you'd be getting 10 appointments per week. This is just average numbers because I don't want to get unrealistic with somebody that may be starting out. What this could mean is that you could stop serving smaller clients and just serve the large few with less headache but more revenue generation. Because we all know that rich clients don't just pay you better, but they treat you with more respect. And even if this offer was $1,000, would you consider it? If it meant that it could generate an extra 100 grand per year in bottom line revenue to your practice, would you do it? The thing is, today I'm not giving it away for the thousands that it cost me to build. And I'm not even gonna give it away for a quarter of that. Today I won't be giving it away for $250, $100, or even $50. But I'll be giving it away for just $27. Now I wanna make sure that this offer actually works for you. So I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is, and I'm gonna give you a 30-day money back guarantee. If you're not happy with the system whatsoever, you can just reach out to me and I'll send you your money back. But you have to act now because this offer expires when the video ends. This implementation is only for people who want to take massive action and implement the system into their business immediately. So I only want it in the hands of people who act urgently. Now I want you to imagine what your life will look like when you reach that dream AUM. What is it, 30 million, 100 million? What will you get out of it? Respect from your colleagues or from your competitors? Financial freedom and time freedom for you and your family? But most importantly, a skill and a system which is now yours, but you don't have to reveal it to anybody else. You'll see that people start asking you, how have you grown so fast? I want you to visualize this in your mind because it is gonna happen. So click on the button below and you'll be taken to a secure order form. After you put in your credit card information, the ebook will be sent straight to your email and you can start implementing the system today. And for those of you who are already signing up, this is what's gonna happen next. As soon as you submit your order, you'll be instructed in how to get started and start implementing the system today. Now, I want you to realize that to me, it doesn't really matter if you sign up today or not. We'll still be going about our business every single day and hitting our financial goals with absolute certainty, whether you join the other advisors inside the community or not. However, without the system, you'll always be working harder than you need to find clients. I know that's kind of harsh, but I think you'll agree that that's true. So remember, when you get started today, you get the full ebook with each of the 5 client acquisition steps with video tutorials, ad scripts, frameworks, and AI prompts that will enable you to write compelling copy consistently and create more ads that convert consistently. And you'll be given CRM follow-up sequences, which ensure that your prospects show up to the call. And finally, as mentioned earlier, the members community is also private access, which you'll get access to today. So I can't wait to see you inside, and let's start building together.